What's going on YouTube? It's the Snake Guy. Welcome back to another video. Now in this video I want to talk about what is a beginner snake. We get that question a lot. What's a beginner snake to start with? Now my answer may not surprise you, but if you're new here and you don't know me, it may surprise you. But if you're someone looking to get into snakes and you're looking to get into, you don't know what snake to get, make sure you watch this video. Stay tuned to the end, and my answer may actually shock you. So let's get right into it.
The Snake God.
Alright everybody, so welcome back to the video. Now I'm going to jump right into it and actually talk about what a beginner reptile is, or beginner snake, or specific to snakes this video. The beginner snake could be a ball python, it could be a corn snake, it could be a garter snake, it can be a retic, it can be a Burmese python, it can be a blood python, it can be an anaconda, it can be a rock python, it can be a green tree python. It can be whatever you want it to be. The question isn't what's a beginner reptile. The question is what's the reptile that's right for you. No matter what reptile you get, their care is not going to change. However, the level of care that we can keep as keepers can. Some people can deal with more, some people deal with less. So depending on what animal suits your needs and what you're looking for should determine what animal you should get. Asking what's a good beginner reptile doesn't do anything for that animal, and it doesn't do anything for you as a keeper, because it only sends the message that this animal is easy to care for and other animals aren't easy to care for. None of them are easy to care for. They all require a certain level of care. That is the big thing, and that is why I hate that question, is because it can come off misleading, and there are so many different things. Most people will just tell you, go get a ball python. But what if it's somebody that doesn't want a ball python? Or what if it's somebody that wants to start with something bigger? Me personally, I like to tell people, look up, 3 different species of snakes. Or I'll ask them, what are you looking for in a snake? Are you looking for a snake that's active? Are you looking for a snake that's not active? Are you looking for a snake that stays relatively small? Are you looking for a snake that gets pretty big? Like, a lot of these things should go into you deciding on which reptile you want to get, because these animals are going to grow, and we all know snakes have a pretty long lifespan. So if you aren't taking these things into consideration and you get this animal, then you are going to be one of those people that ends up getting rid of your snake down the line, and that is unnecessary. So if you do your research beforehand, you won't have to deal with these issues. So you, as the keeper, it is your job to do proper research on the animals that you think you can handle. So me personally, I'll use myself as an example. You guys know I'm not the biggest fan of ball pythons. Do I think they're great snakes? Absolutely, when it's for the right person. I started with the blood python. Blood pythons have a horrible reputation. Blood pythons are said to be these crazy, maniacal, man-eating snakes, and that's not at all the case. However, upon getting my first ever snake, upon getting him, I definitely did a lot of research, and even with the negative comments, a lot of the negative information that I got from my research, I still felt like it was an animal that was good for me and something that I could handle long term. And here we are, almost 10 years later, I still have that same snake, Kato, the blood python. He's the animal that started all of this. So no matter what snake you have in mind, there is going to come a level of care, a level of research that should go into, said animal. No snake, in my opinion, is super easy to care for. Yes, they are low maintenance when, compared to other pets like dogs and cats. However, they still require a certain level of care, and if you can't provide that, you need to look into something else. Now again, if a ball python or a corn snake or a rat snake or something along those lines is something that you're looking for, again, by all means, still do the research that goes into that animal. Ball pythons are the most popular pet snake in the world, and I feel like a lot of people just take everyone's word for it and just gets them, and then they get online and they ask questions like, oh no, this happened, because they didn't research beforehand. So to negate that, please just do your research. Know the good and the bad that comes with owning each species that you're interested in. That way you can make an informed decision. That is it. That is all. It's really that simple. And that's why personally I hate the question, what's a good beginner snake? No. What can you handle? So hopefully, we can, eventually start looking at, especially new keepers. Hopefully, if you watch this video, you have a different perspective when it comes to picking out your reptiles. Don't let anybody sway you from getting a certain animal, and don't let anybody convince you from getting what they want you to get. Do what's best for you, because only you know what's best for you. So me, I would never tell anybody, hey, this should be your first reptile. Now, if you come to me and ask me, should you get a specific animal, I'll tell you why I like them, but I'll then also follow it up with, these are the things that I deal with on the daily with this specific species. Make sure that is right for you. And if you can handle that, it'll be a great species for you. It'll be a great addition to what you already have, or it'll be a great new pet for you. So you guys know through my content, I always try to keep it real and relatable and as realistic as possible. I'll never sugarcoat, and I'll never give the wrong idea, or I'll never BS you guys. So if you ever have a question, feel free to reach out to me in my DMs, drop a comment, and we can discuss it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helps somebody make informed decisions. Do your research. Follow me on all my social media platforms. They will be linked down below in the description. I will see you guys in the next video.